Hi everyone, welcome to the 2018 iAwards information session. This quick tutorial or webinar is for those who are interested in entering the 2018 iAwards, or you may perhaps have an entry already in progress into the system and are after some more tips about how to really maximise your opportunities in the entry process. So we should take about 30 minutes and here's a quick overview of what you'd expect us to go through today. So we're going to look at a quick snapshot about the iAwards. We're going to look at the journey that's involved, so the different programs that we have along the way in the iAwards journey. Some reasons to enter. We're going to look at the different categories, so if you're wondering where you best fit and what you should enter, we'll be going over that as well. We're going to look at the judging criteria just as a snapshot, some key dates, some entry tips from just entering using the form, but also from a judge's perspective as well and what they're looking for. And we've got some contact details as well at the end. My name is Elizabeth. I should introduce myself. I'm the competition manager for the iAwards. So my details will be at the end. So if you've got any questions that you need answering, you can contact me at any time during your entry into the iAwards. So a little bit about the iAwards. So we've been shining the light on innovation for the last 25 years. The iAwards is hosted by the Australian Information Industry Association, and what makes us really special as an awards program is that we go beyond the ICT industry. So we really represent every Australian market that is utilising technology and having solutions to problems using technology. So I can honestly say that this is the most comprehensive innovation awards program in Australia, and the fact that we've been going for 25 years and we've got over 100 judges that are involved in the program each year, so we've got that high quality of expertise as well, you know, in the journey too. So the iAwards journey, it is a comprehensive program. So we'll start off with number one. So you'll sign up to our platform and you will create your entry. And entries do close on March 8th in 2018. The next phase is once you've submitted your entry, the judges will judge your written entries. So we have about 120 judges. This is just round one. So they will judge your entry based on each state that you're in. So you're competing on a state-based level in round one. Once the judges have judged their entries, we like to celebrate. So everyone's invited to our gala dinners. We have one in each state, and also during our gala dinners, we have an innovation showcase. So you as an entrant will have a chance to really shine the light on your project and have an opportunity to meet and network with really cool people within the industry. So we announce our winners, and you'll become a state winner or a merit recipient, and all our state winners and merit recipients then go on to become national finalists. So in step number 5, that's the next phase. So that's round 2. Round 2 judging is based on a face-to-face presentation, which is a 10-minute pitch to about 6 judges, and that takes place around in August. Directly after that, we've got a pitch fest, which is a really cool event that allows you to really pitch, I guess, to a public audience and really showcase what you guys do beyond the judges. So that's the pitch fest, and in with that you've got the innovation showcase as well. So lots of opportunity to really network and showcase your product. After pitch fest and judging, then we announce the national winners, and this is done at our iAwards gala dinner in Melbourne. Our winners and our merit recipients on the national level are then invited to take part in an international competition that AIIA and the iAwards are a part of. It's called a PICTA, and a PICTA is the Asia Pacific ICT Alliance. So it's an amazing opportunity for our Australian best of the best innovators to go overseas and compete on an international level. So that's a really cool snapshot of the iAwards journey. So some reasons to enter the iAwards. So we've kind of gone through along the journey some really cool opportunities that you'll be faced with and exposed to, but some other things as well. So one entry into the iAwards, you will have a chance to enter up to 3 categories, which I guess increases your chances of being evaluated, of competing against other really cool innovations, and taking out up to 3 awards, which is really cool. So as I mentioned, there are up to 3 competition stages that you'll take place in. So we've got a state round, a national round, and an international round. Another reason to enter is that our judges are top experts within the industry. So you'll be receiving valuable feedback along the way. And our judging system is robust. It's been refined, and our judges go through different processes and steps themselves to make sure that it's sticking to the guidelines. They have to sign a confidentiality agreement, conflict of interest agreement. So it's a really strong judging system that we've developed, and you'll be able to receive really cool feedback as well from that. Also gain access to mentoring workshops. So particularly during the national rounds, we actually run some mentoring sessions, and you'll get some training from either different judges or those who have judged before, and you'll get access to presentation skills, how to give a good pitch and all that as well, and how you should best pitch your product, which is really good experience, not just for the iAwards, but what you'll be doing in long term of your business. You'll be pitching it to clients or external, possibly investors. So this is a really cool chance for you to develop those skills as well as part of the program. We also have the Innovation Showcase and the Pitch Fest, which you can be part of as well. And we also work closely with our media agency, and straight after every state dinner or gala dinner, we will help really promote your win and try to pitch your really cool innovations and your cool stories to the media as well. So there's just some reasons why you should enter. So I guess if you've got a really cool innovation, you should really ask yourself, is your innovation changing Australia's future, or does it have the potential to make a difference to the community? If you've answered yes to those questions, then you should definitely enter the iAwards. The iAwards is all about solution-driven technologies. It's about innovations that are making a difference or have the potential to. So that's something to really keep in mind when you're developing your application and writing your answers to the questions. If you're making a difference, then we definitely want to hear about it. Here are just some past winners for you to get a little snapshot of the type of people or organisations that have entered before. So on the top left-hand corner, we've got the boys from Atlassian with their Gyro Help Desk. They entered a few years ago, and we all know the success that they have now created from their really cool innovation. Some of our winners from 2017, we've got Bar Jarboard, which is an off-road terrain electrical powered skateboard, which is really cool. They became national winners. We've got Prezi on the bottom left-hand corner, and Prezi is Australia's first digital gift card. So they're solving problems in the consumer market. We've also got Corona, which is a platform to retain communication between staff, clients, patients. So their innovation was a solution-driven technology in the business market. So you can see that it's a broad range of technologies, but they've all got one thing in common, and they're solving problems. So who should enter the iAwards? So iAwards are open to organisations we really do encourage single or joint organisations. So if you're working with a client, or you're a producer or a developer of an innovation and you want to get your client involved, or have a bit of a team going on, then you can definitely enter as two organisations under one entry, and you can both receive the recognition along the way. We encourage individuals as well. Students, definitely students enter into the iAwards. So students might not have an extremely developed product, but your product or your idea could have the potential to make a difference. So you might still be in R&D stage, or still in the exploration stage, it's still a great opportunity to be a part of the iAwards, especially as well for students. You're competing in sort of a corporate environment, and it just gives you that really cool exposure in the industry. And as well, startups. So startups are encouraged to enter, particularly startups registered from 2015. You're actually eligible for free entry. So there's some really cool incentives for startups and students as well. And lastly, as I mentioned before, we don't just represent the ICT industry. The iAwards are open to any Australian market. So if you're doing cool things across any market, then definitely you should enter. So I'll just quickly go over the student categories. There are one of three student categories for you to choose from. We've got our junior students, which includes primary school up until year 9. So you could be working on a project that you do inside school. It could be a project that you do in your spare time, or you might be attending a coding camp, or yes, it's just something that you're doing. As long as you're attending a school and you're creating a cool technology, then you're definitely welcome to enter. That's also the same for senior students. As long as you're attending between year 10 to year 12 and you're creating a technology inside or outside of school, then definitely enter the iAwards. Undergraduates, so you must be attending either a uni, a vet course, TAFE, or a college. Definitely enter as well. If you're a postgraduate, you must enter under the organisational categories, which we'll go through in a moment, and you should select R&D as one of the categories to enter. A really cool thing about students is that it is absolutely free for you to enter. So you really have nothing to lose in showcasing your innovations, and so much to gain. So we really do encourage you to shine the light on what you're doing, and you could potentially be rewarded for it and receive that recognition that you deserve. So for organisations, as I mentioned, you can enter up to one of three categories, and we'll go through the breakdown of the categories. So we've got three kind of subgroups, subgroups. So you've got, you must enter the relevant market category. You can also choose from a technology category, and then you can optionally choose a specific stage category. So the next slide actually goes through the different categories. So you've got sort of three columns, and then under those three columns are the different categories that you can choose from. So under our core market category, you've got one of 5 to choose from. So you've got consumer market, community services market, industrial and primary industries market, business services market, and public sector and government market. So if you're wondering, oh, I'm not too sure where I best fit, just think about who is the end user of your innovation, and who's the problem, who's the solution being served for. So that's where you should really enter. If you go to www.iawards.com.au/categories, which is at the bottom of the slide, we actually elaborate on the different categories, and we further define them, and we also give examples on different markets that you could be serving. So a consumer market might be tourism, entertainment, retail, but then community markets might be serving the disability sector, the NGO sector, even education, and so on. So we elaborate, and that might help give you ideas on where you best fit. So once you've chosen one of the core categories, then you must select one of the technology categories. The three options you've got is infrastructure and platforms, big data, and artificial intelligence and machine learning. If you don't choose in the entry form a technology category, it will actually say as an option general. So by choosing general, you won't be entering into the technology category. If you choose one of the three technologies listed on that slide, then you will be considered for a technology category award. Either way, technology is still assessed as a judging criteria. So by choosing to select a technology category or not, it's still quite important in your application process. The next option is a stage category. So you might be in research and development, or you might be a startup. So definitely you should select those and also be in the running for those awards as well. So as I mentioned before, if you're thinking about for the core categories, where should I enter? You've got one of 5 to choose from. Just think about who is your primary market for your innovation. So who was the innovation developed to serve? Who is ultimately going to be the end user? So for example, you might have a fintech product that could be used in business, but sometimes the end user could also be consumers as well. So just really have a think about where you best position yourself. So the technology categories. So as I said, you must select one of the drop down on the entry form under the technology categories. You can choose to respond by selecting the general criteria, but if you select general, then you won't be considered for a technology award. If you select big data, AI and machine learning, or infrastructure and platforms, then you will automatically be placed in the running for those technology awards. The stage categories, as I said, it's optional, so you've got to select either startups or research. If you don't fit into those categories, if they're not relevant, then don't select them. A stage category does not count towards your overall market category score. Unlike what I referred to in technology, by selecting general, then the technology is still going towards your market score. So stage is completely different because obviously it's not relevant to everyone. So the scores for your stage categories do not count towards your overall market core category score. But if you do select startup or research, then you will be in the running for those particular awards. Also, just to be mindful, you must be eligible for these categories. So startups must be must be registered from 2015. And if you go to our terms and conditions on our website, it is elaborated a little bit more if you need some further clarification, but just be mindful that you need to be eligible for this category. So some other awards that we have as well. So in round 1, some states have an additional Premiers Award, which you will automatically be considered in if you fall into those categories. From experience, it's usually been public sector and community services categories that are automatically falling into the Premiers Awards, but it does vary from state to state. In round 2, we have at least 2 additional awards that you could be in the running for if you make it to the national round. So we have the AIIA Innovation of the Year Award, and we also have the Victorian Government Inspiration of the Year Award. So all relevant entries are considered for these awards automatically. So you don't need to reapply, you don't need to select anything. It's just an automatically rolled over thing that we do as part of your process into the awards program. So this is a really quick snapshot of the judging criteria for the organisation categories under those 5 core market categories. what I would encourage you to do, if you haven't already, is log into the website, create an entry on the platform. And I do encourage you to have a play with the form, because the questions on the entry form actually is the judging criteria. And there's also sort of like a hint box or a prompt box next to the question, where it actually elaborates and prompts you to expand, because that's what the judges are really looking for. So have a think about what the questions are and how you're going to answer them, and really take advantage of those hint boxes. But here's just a quick snapshot that we have anyway. First of all, you need to describe the solution. So explain what the problem is. The judges are looking for a 12-month roadmap. So what they're looking for is, outline your plans for, I guess, functionality and features of the new markets, and what your intentions are for the next 12 months, and how is the solution going to be further developed or help solve those problems down the track. They want to look at sort of how is the solution unique. So it's about explaining the basis for claiming the solution is innovative. So, is this a newly created technology, or is it an adaptation of an existing technology? Things like that. So they want to know how unique the solution is. Another thing that they're looking at is, what is the impact of the solution? So how is it going to empower the target market? How is it going to benefit the target market that it's made for? So you can really see that it is really solution driven. Judges are looking for evidence when you write your answers. Don't make it too markety and too salesy. Really just be concise, to the point, and answer it to the best you can. And try to validate your reasons as well. So try to give that evidence to the judges. Another aspect, as I mentioned, is technology. So technology is important. It is a technology awards program. So in terms of security, they're looking at how secure the solution is, or compliant to industry standards or security standards. Scale, is there a potential to scale up? Creativity and openness and integrability as well. If you go to the form, the application form, these are all elaborated. There are more questions as well, but this is just a snapshot. I just wanted to get your brain thinking, but also just to understand that it's all about your solution and how it's making an impact. So they're the types of things that the judge is looking for. So for students, again, this is a snapshot as well, but it's broken up into three main sections. You've got proof of concept, uniqueness, and quality and application. So problem being solved, they're looking at, does the entrant understand what the problem is being solved? And do they understand the business context as well? Technology and innovation. Here they're looking at, does the project demonstrate a high level of creativity? And does it have a strong mix of functions and features? Trend setting. So this, I guess this refers to, is this has the project gone to solve a problem in a specific way, or is it replicating an existing idea in the market? So I guess it comes down to, are they thinking about long-term or the future? Is it solving a problem? And quality and application. So these refer to context and standards. So again, is it complying to codes of practice? And project acceptance. So has there been feedback or positive results based on testing by the user? So has it gone through experiments, and are they I guess researching in other ways as well, externally? So just some key dates. Entries do close 8th of March. 8th of March 2018. So we were a few weeks away of entries closing. So I encourage you to log in and create your entry if you haven't already, or keep working on your entry. Round 1 judging is in April. Then we announce the state winners in May and June. If you're lucky enough to continue on to the national round, we have mentoring sessions in July and August, and round 2 judging will take place on the 28th and 29th of August. Pitch Fest also takes place directly after judging, and then we have a really cool party at the gala dinner on the 30th of August. We are celebrating 25 years of the iAwards, so it's going to be a big, big celebration, and one that's definitely not to be missed. As I mentioned, a PICTA is the Asia Pacific ICT Awards, and this is taking place in Guangzhou in China in October as well. So that's just a really quick snapshot of the journey that you're expected to go on. And there's some really cool opportunities along the way that you should really take advantage of. So some tips on creating your entry. So go to www.iAwards.com.au and you'll see a button that says Enter Now. Click on that. You'll be directed to our awards platform, which is, there's a link there. But this platform is basically used by our entrants, but then also the judges will log in at a later date and review your entries through that system. So it's all kept in one place in a secure location. So you click on Start Entry, then you'll need to select your state. And the state is based on where the innovation was implemented. For Western Australia entrants, Western Australia will go through a slightly different path. There's the WAITA program, which you'll need to enter first to be considered for round 2 for the iAwards. So Western Australia actually doesn't have a drop-down menu in this phase. So Western Australia applicants, you'll have to go through WAITA. Everyone else through the iAwards. So then you're going to select your category and a subcategory when you're prompted. Name your entry, and it should be the name of your innovation. Click Save, and there you have created your iAwards entry. It will ask you to validate your email address, so you will receive an email, click on a link, and then you will be verified, and then you can start your application process. So tips on the entry form. As I mentioned before with the judging criteria, go through the tabs and really sort of familiarise yourself with the questions that you will be asked. And this will help you with planning, I guess, your time in how to complete your entry form. It's not just going to take, you know, a couple of hours. Sometimes it does take a bit longer. There's a few things that you need to organise. Look at the category questions and utilise the prompts, as I mentioned before. Some of the things that you will need to organise, as I mentioned, there is a 60 video clip that you should really upload. It's optional, but it's really useful for the judges because they're reading your application, and a 60-second video clip is really just a snapshot of your whole application, but it really does bring to life what you're trying to convey to the judges in the written format. And it's not meant to be a professional video clip. Just film it on your iPhone and just upload it. It doesn't need to be produced professionally. It's just something quick that the judges can quickly watch while they're reviewing your entry. You will also need to be required to organise 2 referees, and the referees are used by the judges at the end of judging, and they will validate your claims with these referees. So I guess it's just like going to a job interview. You have a reference check. It's kind of the same process. There's a few questions that the judges will ask your referees, but it's based on your application. So they will do that. So you will need to ask 2 people, and these have to be the end users of your product. No one internally that's helped develop it. It has to be someone who's used the product. And this is just to validate your technology and that it's on the right track, and the claims that you're making are sort of true as well. Also, other things that you'll need to upload is we need some marketing photos. These will not be judged by the judges. It's simply for myself and my team. What we do is we help promote your entries at the state gala dinner. So we produce some video content, so we'll be able to use those photos that you use. It will help us with promoting your win on social media. And if you do take out awards, as I said, we do pitch to media, and then we've got the photos already. So the type of photos that we're looking for is photos of your innovation. So you could have a physical product, but if you have a service, maybe the photo can be of a computer screen or an iPad screen of someone interacting with the innovation or with the software. Photos of your teammates as well is really cool. So we ask for at least 5 of those types of photos. We also need your logo, because the logo is used in the, I guess we upload it on the website as a nominee, and all our nominees are listed in our brochures as well when we announce the winners. So we do like to shine the light on you guys at all times. So the logo is very important. And then we also ask for questions about diversity. Now, this is certainly not going to be judged. The judges will not see these questions. We put these questions about diversity in there because we're really passionate about making sure that we're capturing, or where the iAwards is supporting every sort of diversity sector in Australia. And we want to get a better understanding of how that looks like in the iAwards and what improvements we can make in the future. So by helping us understand diversity within the iAwards, we have to ask these questions. So don't stress about them. Just answer them to the best you can. They will not be judged by the judges, so they'll only remain confidentially, and I'll only be seeing them. Another important note to make is the platform will save your work as you go. You will see sort of a saving word at the bottom of your page, and it kind of happens every few seconds. So you can rest assured that what you'll be doing is it will be saved. But I do encourage you to keep returning back to your entry and refining your answers. So the really cool thing is, I do encourage you to submit early, because there's so much for you to organise. Don't try to leave it to the last minute, because things might happen. You might have questions, and there might be delays in getting information. So try to be organised and submit early. But a really cool thing is that the platform allows you to still edit your entry once it's submitted. And we've put, once it hits the 8th of March, that's when no entries can be edited at all. So I would upload everything that you can. I would save it as well. Some entries will require payment, which is on the next page. So you might need time to organise a credit card. So make sure you do that well in advance. And the good news is you can keep refining your answers up until the deadline. So really encourage you to submit early. When you're trying to submit, make sure that no fields are left incomplete, because the system will not let you go further, and make sure that you do stick to the word limit too. In terms of payment, I just wanted to let you know what they are. So they're written on our website, but a non-member entry fee is $450 plus GST. Non-members are $350 plus GST. If you are a non-member, please email me and I can send you out your member code. You will use that code at the payment page. You'll enter it into the, there'll be a box that prompts the discount code. Enter that in and your discount of $100 will come up. Startups and students, both free entries. However, startups will need to enter a unique code in order to redeem your free entry. So the free code is actually written on the application form. if you need access to it, or if you don't see it, it should be there when you go through your entries. Just let me know and I can send you that that form, sorry, that code, and then when you put it into that discount code section, you will be eligible for free entry, so you won't have to organise a credit card. For students, you won't actually have to go through a payment process. At the bottom of the page, you just press submit and it will be submitted. So it's super easy. So just some quick tips from the judges. Again, familiarise yourself with the entry form. Read the judging criteria and try to answer the questions the best you can. Be concise and write clearly. So be straight to the point. Don't use marketing jargon. They will. Oh, I guess this is the next dot point. But directly address all the criteria and qualify your product claims. The judges will occasionally, I guess, through your reference checks, so they might even use Google to double check, you know, that what you're claiming is true and accurate. So qualify your claims to make sure that I guess you're being specific in your answers. Don't be vague. Don't be generic. Be really specific and concise and qualify your claims. Also notify your referees that they will be contacted to qualify the solution claims and benefits. So there's some tips from the judges. In summary, the iAwards are about solving problems. So we're looking at how are you making a difference to the community, and what is that solution that you have to offer, and how is it going to make a difference, and how is it different to anything that's ever been available before. Entries are encouraged across all Australian markets. So from agri-tech to could be in finance, you could be having a consumer product. We encourage every entry from any Australian market. As long as you're solving problems, then this is the program for you. As I said, if you're an organisation, if you're two organisations that want to enter, please do. We do encourage joint organisations between client and developers. Lastly, entries close 8th of March. And most importantly, have fun and enjoy the journey. It is an amazing experience to be part of the iAwards. And personally, for me, the people that you meet along the way are great. And what I find with the entrants is sometimes you'll be forming friendships with the entrants themselves. They could be competitors, or simply, there could be some joint business ventures as well that takes place, or working together and helping each other on your innovations. So it is a really cool journey to be a part of. It's a great process, and if you do need any help, or you feel like you have any questions about the entry form, or you're unsure about anything, we are super happy to help. We love helping you. I love helping you, and that's my job. So please feel free to contact me if you have any questions, and I'll be more than happy to sort of help you along the way and point you in the right direction. Lastly, the iAwards couldn't take place without the generosity of our supporters. So I'd like to thank the Victoria State Government, who are our national iAwards partners, our major national iAwards partner, and our PitchFest sponsor is Data61 CSIRO. Here are my contact details. My name's Elizabeth. You can contact me at admin@iawards.com.au or call our 1300 number if you want to have a chat. But I'm available, so ask any questions, and I'd be happy to point you in the right direction. So yeah, good luck everyone. It's a fantastic journey to be a part of. We absolutely love unearthing innovators. We love celebrating your success. So we look forward to welcoming you on the iAwards for 2018. Thank you.